Hey guys, and welcome to episode 6 of How I Made My First $1 Million. Today is March 1st, 2021. Assets, 223,666. That's up 31,000 from last month. Liabilities at 73,000, which is up 2,400. I'll explain why in a second. Net worth cleared 150,000. Excellent. So that's up 28,000 from last month. Obviously 28,000 in a month is not bad, and I think I've increased the net worth something like 20 or 25 or 30,000 the past, I don't know, 3 or 4 months in a row. I would have to check, but anyways, yeah, a good month. So how am I feeling, how am I thinking, and what am I doing? Okay, so I'm feeling good. I'm feeling like I'm on track, but I'm also feeling a little like apprehensive, or a little, I guess, worried. I think worried is probably the best word. Not like fearful, but definitely worried. And I'll elaborate on that in just a second as well. Okay, so what happened in the month of February? Considering it's the shortest month of the year, actually quite a bit has happened. So probably one of the most exciting things was taking a vacation, spending a week in Key West. So I had never been there before. It was a pretty excellent place and a pretty excellent trip. So that was good. Yeah, and my time there, I basically was able to sort of like check in with myself and think about how I was working versus playing versus leisure, which would be like neither of the two, just kind of laying around doing nothing. And sort of get a reset and get a better perspective. So that was really nice. And while I was there, I read this book, The Fun Formula, by Joel Comm. So Joel is a pretty awesome guy. He's written, I don't know, 12, 13 books, maybe more. And he's also the host of the Bad Crypto podcast, which is how I encountered him originally. Anyways, good guy, very interesting book. Basically, it's just like have more fun. Like that's kind of the whole thesis. Have more fun in what you're doing and good things will happen. So that message definitely hit home. So I'm going to try to have more fun in everything. I know I've been emphasizing play, but I'm going to do it even more, I guess. So, yeah, so that was good. So what else? Oh, also in Key West was my fiance's birthday, as well as our anniversary. So we've been together 5 years and engaged for the last 2. So, man, time flies. Yeah, so really good stuff. Just like a lot of, symbolic milestones, I guess. So yeah, good stuff. Okay, so what about in terms of the money more directly? Well, two major two major happenings. I decided to audit my crypto holdings. So basically, I keep track of them in one place and just refresh the balance every month or more often than that to see what the total is. Okay, that's what I normally do. But this month I decided to actually access my cold storage and look at the physical crypto that I have, on each device in each wallet, and count it up and make sure that I have what I think I have. Turns out I don't have the crypto I thought I had. So I basically lost, I'll explain in a second, I basically lost 50 Litecoin and 0.3 Bitcoin for a total as of today of $23,000. So I basically lost $23,000 that I thought I had because I thought I had those cryptos and I don't. Okay, so where did the cryptos go? The Litecoin, the 50 Litecoin, turns out I looked on the blockchain and saw what I did. I remember now, but I forgot at the time that I sold everything. I sold those 50 Litecoin back in October, and I sold them to basically pay for living expenses and that kind of stuff. And I just never updated my balance where I check it every month. So I just kept thinking that I still had those coins, and I didn't. So I actually don't own any Litecoin anymore. And so all my numbers since November 1st, they're all off by 50 Litecoin. So obviously that's going to be a different amount of dollars each month. So that stinks. These numbers are accurate though. I've already subtracted out the 23,000. So if I did have those coins, that means this would have been up over 50,000 in a month. Obviously, this as well. So even with that huge loss, still a pretty good month. So that's kind of a testament to how well crypto has done in February. Okay, what about the 0.3 Bitcoin? Well, kind of a similar thing happened. Basically, I have been selling those little by little, that 0.3 Bitcoin, little by little each month to pay for living expenses. And I am aware that I'm doing that. I remember it every time. But I thought that I had never recorded that in my original balance months ago. So I thought it was just like extra money that I didn't count in any of these numbers, but it turns out I did put it in these numbers, so I should have been subtracting it every time I sold, and I didn't. So now I realize, okay, I got to deduct 0.3 Bitcoin, so again, that's part of the 23,000, it's already been taken out. So anyways, that stinks, losing 23,000. Plus, if Bitcoin continues to go up, that means it's not just losing 23,000 now, it's losing a lot more over time. If it 10x's, that's like 230,000, obviously, but whatever, that's life. So that was the first major financial update, and the second one is I decided to liquidate my IRA so I could buy Bitcoin. So I cashed out my IRA for $8,000. I cashed out my IRA and bought Bitcoin. And that's actually why my liabilities went up, is because I'm gonna have to pay taxes on that. So I'm gonna have to pay a 10% early withdrawal penalty, and then the rest will be taxed as ordinary income. But I'm not gonna have to pay those taxes until, what would that be, April 15th, 2022. So a long time from now. So basically, I have a new liability for taxes owed, and this isn't the exact number, it might be more or less, but it's approximate, and I just wanna keep it as a liability because I'm gonna owe it, eventually. Okay, so that's those two. So kind of a risky move, I guess a lot of people would say, but I have a lot of conviction in Bitcoin, far more so than my retirement account. And I made a video on why I did it, so I'll link to that in the description. Okay, so how I'm feeling, what I'm thinking, what I'm doing, so that's a little bit of that. Is there anything else? In terms of the YouTube channel, yeah, I got a lot of subscribers this past month because I think it's mostly due to one particular video, an interview, which seems to generate a lot of attention, like at least 10, 20, maybe 50 times as many views, and probably 5 times as many subscribers. So I do want to move that direction, not only because of the results, but because they're more fun for me. Like, the interviews are more fun, more effortless, more enjoyable. They take less time, less energy to prepare, less effort for my editors. So it's like a win-win-win-win-win-win-win. Like, everyone wins. So I do want to do more interviews, but it's hard to get people to agree to do an interview. So that's kind of like a skill I've got to develop, is how to convince people to come on my channel. But I'm looking forward to it. Yeah, so that's what I'm doing. Focusing on the YouTube channel, and I'm still not, generating any income. I'm just selling Bitcoins to pay for life. So I think I'm going to experiment with income. I don't know what it's going to look like, but of course I will update you in subsequent videos. So yeah, looking forward to experimenting with income and having fun with the YouTube channel, and see you guys next month.